Hi, I'm Ralph Watkins, and I want to welcome you back to the next installment of our REMLOagent.com Q&A video series. Now, we put this together to answer some questions that you may have about the program. Yes, you're going to find these questions also listed over in our FAQ page, but as I've mentioned in other videos, what we've really discovered is, hey, some people prefer watching videos to get the information versus just reading them down, from a page on a website. So we're trying to keep these things short, and you can to make them digestible in just quick little bites. So try to keep them typically five-ish minutes, maybe a little longer, whichever. So let's go ahead and get started. So one of the big questions we get is after people have gotten all this information about the program, they're like, yeah, I hear you. Yes, I understand what you're saying it can do. Yes, I understand what you're saying, how you're saying it will help me. Listen, if this is so great, how come everybody isn't doing it? Well, the only way to respond to that right now is, hey, we're working on that. Here's what's interesting. See, this whole conversation, the rule change with HUD that really brought this to the forefront, this is new stuff, right? That only happened about 18 months ago. It was December 15th of 2022. And as for the bank's part, they put their attorneys working on this much of the year in 2023, and we've only had this available to speak and talk and share about since February of 2024. The fact is that we're onboarding a huge number of people in a short amount of time. So when the question is asked, how come everybody isn't doing it? Just because it takes time. I would tell that person, come back and ask us in 6 months or in a year or 2 years from now, and the numbers will be massive, right? The people that are moving forward now, frankly, are the early adopters. Once they move into it and people start to see, wow, this is legit. This is a real thing. It really is helping people in their business, realtors, right, maximize their income. Yes, I want to be a part of that. So all I can tell you now is, the longer you wait, the longer you check it out, do your homework, do your due diligence, and hey, those aren't bad things, those are good things. But the longer you wait and keep referring loans to outside loan officers, the more money it's costing you, right? Because every time you refer a loan out to an outside loan officer, you're literally giving away commissions that you could have retained that could have stayed in your pocket. Next question. And we had a question that was sort of like this on our previous video, but I've had people say, so just to make sure that I'm not missing anything here, if I become part of this program, you're going to pay me 50 basis points, that's 0.5% on the loan volume, right? I don't have to get my own mortgage license in order to do this, right? I don't have to know or learn the loan production process. This program is fully compliant with SAFE Act, with NMLS, with RESPA, and with HUD, so there's no conflict of interest. If I am in a situation where a better program comes along from outside, I can still retain all my current relationships. And if it works out better for the client, I can still refer them to that outside program if it's in my client's best interest. And the bank is even going to pay to get me set up for this program. Yes. That's exactly what we're telling you. You're understanding things correctly. And the last question for this particular video is, all right, I get all that. How is this different from other programs that would license me to do mortgage loans? The answer to that question is actually in the question itself. Because the question was, how is it different from other programs that license me to do this? And the beauty of this program, as we've said a number of times now, is that you don't need to get an individual mortgage license. Again, the reason for that is because you're an employee of the bank. You'd be originating loans under the bank's license, which is a federal license. Any other program that would allow you to originate mortgages, if it's not part of a bank, would require you to get your own license. That involves you taking a 20-hour course, passing the course, taking the test, of course, passing the test, getting the license, maintaining the license, doing the CE. In that situation, the burden of licensing and compliance is on you as the loan officer. In this situation, you're working under the bank's license, so you can originate loans in all 50 states, and the burden of compliance and licensing is on the bank. The employees of the bank are sheltered under the umbrella of the bank's license. All right, that's going to be a wrap for this video. As always, If hearing any of these answers creates more questions for you, or maybe we didn't cover something and you've been waiting for it, if you want to drop us a line, let us know what that is. If you'd like to speak to me directly to get some questions answered or whichever, just go ahead and scan that QR code you see right there. That'll pull up my calendar, right? You'll see all my availability, and you can just go through and choose whatever works best. And as always, if you found this helpful, then just go ahead and click that like button that you see there, and also subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be the first to know when we post new information, new videos that will help you decide if this program makes sense for you and your business. Alrighty, take care, and we'll see you on the next video.